Far beyond the known stars, the great alien coalition waited. They had ruled their part of the galaxy for centuries. Their ships were strong, and their technology was advanced now. They looked forward to peace talks with the humans. The aliens believed the talks would be easy. The humans were new to the galaxy, and the coalition thought they could control the situation. Commander Rao stood on the bridge of the flagship Varnus. His eyes scanned the empty blackness of space. The stars twinkled cold and silent. The neutral zone was near. This was the place where the peace talks would happen. He had led many battles before, and he was sure this meeting would be a small step toward a bigger plan. The coalition wanted to expand their power, and humans stood in their way. Rao's thoughts were calm but alert. The human fleet was coming. They had sent a message days ago. The humans said they wanted peace. The aliens had waited, expecting a small, weak group to arrive. But the human ships were different. They were large, and they moved with strong purpose. The human fleet looked ready for battle, not for talks. Rao's second officer, Mira, came to stand beside him. She was young but smart. Her eyes were wide as she watched the human ships grow larger on the screen. "There are many," she said. Quietly, "More than we thought." Rao nodded. "Yes, and they are well armed, but they are still human. They do not have our experience. We will be ready." Below on the human flagship Hope, Captain Nero stood in his command room. The ship was clean and bright, with white walls and soft lights. The human fleet moved with quiet power. Nero looked at the stars through the big window. His face was calm, but inside he felt a fire. The humans had lived through many dangers. Their home world was far away, and many had tried to take it. Now, the humans had built a strong fleet. They wanted peace, but they were ready to fight if needed. Nero believed the galaxy could learn from humans. The humans were not perfect, but they had courage and heart. Prepare for the meeting. Nero said to his officers, "We will show them our strength, but we want peace first." "Always peace first." His second, Jara, smiled. "Yes, Captain, the humans will make history today." Back on the Varnus, the alien coalition fleet was growing. Larger, ships of many sizes gathered like a dark storm. Commander Rao gave orders to prepare weapons, but told the crews to hold their fire. They would begin talks soon. The humans moved closer. Their ships were smooth and fast. The aliens watched carefully. They believed the humans would bow to their power. They did not understand human pride. Humans fought to protect their home and their future. They did not fear war. As the hours passed, the two fleets reached the neutral zone. The place was empty, a small point in space marked only by floating satellites. Here, peace could start or end. In the meeting ship, both sides prepared. The human envoy, Toma, checked his equipment. Toma was quiet but strong. He had studied the alien languages and culture for years. He hoped words could stop weapons. Across the room, Commander Rao adjusted his uniform. His eyes met Thomas through the glass. Both men knew this was more than a meeting. This was a test of wills. The doors opened. The alien and human leaders walked into the large chamber. The room was simple but formal. Flags of many alien worlds hung beside the human banner. Rao spoke first. "We come with respect. Let us begin peace talks." Toma nodded. "We seek peace, but we are ready to defend our people." The talks started slow. Both sides asked questions and listened. The aliens spoke of order and control. The humans spoke of freedom and hope. The tension in the room grew with every word. Outside, the fleets waited. The crews watched the stars. Some aliens whispered about war. Some humans prayed for peace. Hours passed. The talks seemed to move nowhere. Both sides wanted different things. The aliens wanted the humans to accept their rule. The humans wanted their right to live freely. Suddenly, alarms rang on the alien ships. Their weapons systems flickered. The ships shook slightly. The humans had begun moving their ships into attack positions. Commander Rao's eyes widened. "What is this?" he shouted. Tama's voice came through the communicator. "We offer peace, but we cannot risk weakness. Our fleet is ready." The alien coalition was shocked. They had expected talks, not battle. The human fleet was not weak or afraid. They were strong and fierce. The first blast of light exploded. In space, human ships fired precise strikes at the alien weapons. The aliens scrambled to respond but were caught off guard. Ral ordered his ships to defend. The battle had begun, but the humans fought with a skill and speed the aliens had not seen before. The stars lit up with flashes of energy. The human fleet moved like a storm, breaking through the alien lines. The aliens tried to hold, but their defenses fell. On the Hope, Captain Nero watched the battle unfold. His voice was calm but determined. Protect our home. Show them the strength of humanity. The humans fought not to conquer, but to protect. They moved with heart and courage. The aliens realized this was not just war. This was the beginning of a new chapter in the galaxy. As the battle raged, Commander Ral knew one thing: the humans were not what they expected. The humans were different, and the galaxy would never be the same. The stars shone bright and cold above the neutral zone as the human and alien ships held their positions. The sudden attack had shocked the alien coalition. Their weapons were damaged and their formations were broken. But the battle had not ended. Both sides paused, ready for what would come next. On the human flagship Hope, Captain Nero studied the map of the battlefield. The human fleet had surprised the aliens with the first strike. But Nero knew the real fight was still ahead. The humans wanted peace, but they would not back down if the aliens attacked again. We need to send a message, Nero said to his officers. Let them see we want peace, but we are strong. His second officer, Jara, nodded. We will open communications and send our terms for peace. Meanwhile, on the alien flagship Varnus, Commander Ral gathered his officers. The attack had hurt their pride and their ships. But Ral was not ready to give up. Our weapons are damaged, Ral said. But the humans expect us to surrender. We will show them the strength of the coalition. Mira, Ral's young officer, spoke carefully. Commander, the humans did not expect peace talks to end this way. Maybe they want something more than war. Ral looked at her. Maybe. But they will learn we are not weak. The two leaders prepared for the next meeting. Both fleets waited, weapons ready but held back. The humans sent a message first. Toma, the human envoy, appeared on the large screen in the alien meeting chamber. His face was calm but serious. We want peace, Toma said. We do not want to destroy your people, but we will protect our home and future. If you accept peace, we can stop fighting now. Commander Ral watched carefully. The human words were calm, but their fleet was ready to fight. The aliens had underestimated the human strength and will. Ral stepped forward. Your words sound peaceful, but your attack was clear. Why did you strike first? Toma answered. We offered peace before the battle. You chose to prepare for war. We only attacked to protect ourselves. The room grew quiet. Both sides knew the truth. The humans fought for survival. The aliens fought for control. Outside the chamber, the fleets waited, the crews on the alien ships repaired their weapons and shields. Some spoke in low voices about the humans' strange way of fighting. They said humans did not follow the usual rules of war. On the human ships, the crews prepared for either peace or more battle. Captain Nero spoke to his fleet over the comms. Remember why we fight. This is not just for ourselves, but for all who want to live free. Stay ready, but stay calm. In the alien command center, Commander Ral studied the human fleet. Their ships were fast and well-armed. The aliens had power, but humans had courage. This was a dangerous combination. Ral called a meeting of his top officers. They discussed their options. We can attack again, said one officer, but the humans will be ready. Or we can try to negotiate, said Mira. They respect strength. Maybe if we show we are strong and serious, they will listen. Ral nodded slowly. Yes, we will try peace again, but we will not be weak. The two sides arranged a second meeting. This time, the atmosphere was tense but less hostile. Both leaders knew this could decide the fate of their people. Toma spoke first. We come with an offer. We want to share technology and knowledge. We want peace because war destroys everyone. Raoul replied, "Your offer is surprising. Few have spoken like this before, but your attack shows you trust your weapons more than words." Thomas smiled faintly. "We trust both. Words can build bridges. Strength can protect those bridges." The talks continued late into the day. Both sides spoke honestly. The humans told stories of their history, how they had survived terrible dangers by working together. The aliens shared their own stories of order and unity. The more they talked, the more respect grew, but the tension did not disappear. Both sides knew the peace was fragile. Suddenly, a warning sounded on the alien ships. Scouts reported unknown ships moving quickly toward the neutral zone. The new ships were smaller but armed. Raoul looked worried. "Who are these ships? Are they part of the humans or another enemy?" Thomas said. "We do not know. We did not send them." Captain Nero ordered the human fleet to prepare for defense. Both sides turned their attention to the new threat. The small ships came closer. They carried strange symbols. The alien coalition recognized them as rebels who fought against both the coalition and the humans. The rebels wanted to stop peace talks. They believed war was the only way to power. They attacked both fleets without warning. The battle began again. This time, humans and aliens fought side by side against the rebels. Captain Nero and Commander Raoul quickly realized their common enemy. They ordered their ships to work together. The humans used their speed and advanced weapons. The aliens used their numbers and strong shields. The rebel ships were powerful, but not prepared for the combined forces. One by one, the rebels fell. After the battle, the humans and aliens looked at each other with new understanding. Raoul said, "Today we fought together. Maybe this is the way to peace." Toma nodded. "We can protect each other if we choose to trust." Captain Nero smiled. "Strength and trust. This is how we will build the future." The calm before the storm had passed. The real challenge was just beginning. But now, humans and aliens had a chance to change the galaxy forever. The stars twinkled quietly over the neutral zone. The battle with the rebels was over. The humans and the alien coalition had fought side by side and won. For a brief moment, there was hope. Maybe peace could grow from this strange alliance. Commander Raoul stood on the bridge of the Varnus. His face was tired but thoughtful. The rebel attack had changed everything. The humans had proven their strength and their willingness to fight. Yet, the aliens still held the power of numbers and years of experience. Raoul watched the human ships moving in formation. Their precision was impressive. Their technology was strange but effective. The humans were not like any enemy he had faced. Before Toma, the human envoy, stood nearby. His calm voice broke the silence. "We want peace, Commander. Our people have suffered much. We believe war destroys more than it builds." Raoul nodded slowly. "Your words are clear. But I wonder if words are enough." On the human flagship, Hope, Captain Nero studied the alien fleet. The coalition ships were repairing from the rebel attack but were still strong. Nero knew this was a fragile moment. The peace talks had not yet healed old wounds. "Keep the fleet ready," Nero said firmly. "We must be prepared for anything." Days passed with quiet tension. Both fleets stayed near the neutral zone, repairing ships and preparing for the next meeting. The crews of both sides watched each other carefully. Some hoped for peace. Others feared another battle. Then, without warning, the silence broke. The human fleet suddenly shifted formation. Lights flashed across their ships. At first, the aliens thought the humans were signaling peace. But the signals changed quickly. Suddenly, powerful beams of energy shot from the human ships. The barrage was sudden and fierce. Alien ships exploded in bright flashes. Defense systems failed. The human fleet moved like a storm, attacking with speed and precision. The aliens scrambled to respond but were caught off guard. Their large weapons were slow to target the fast-moving human fighters. Commander Raoul's eyes widened in shock. Why did they attack?" Thomas' voice came over the comm system. "We warn you. We want peace, but we will never be weak. Your fleets threaten our homes. We must protect ourselves. The aliens struggled to defend. The humans were not just fighting for victory, they were fighting for survival. Their strategy was bold and unexpected. They used every advantage, speed, technology, and careful planning. On the Bridge of the Hope, Captain Nero led the assault. His voice was steady as he gave commands. Target the command ships first. Disable their weapons and communications. Protect our fighters. The human ships moved with practiced skill. They avoided heavy fire and struck quickly. Their fighters danced through the enemy lines, causing chaos. Alien officers shouted orders. They tried to regroup, but their ships were damaged faster than expected. The Coalition's usual strength seemed to disappear under the human Barrage. Commander Raul knew the battle was turning. He called for a retreat but warned his officers. We must learn from this. Humans fight not just with weapons but with heart and mind. We cannot underestimate them. The aliens began to pull back, but the humans pressed their attack. They wanted to end the threat once and for all. The space around the neutral zone filled with flashes and explosions. The quiet stars watched silently as the great fleets clashed in a deadly dance. In the chaos, Captain Nero saw an alien ship trying to escape with important data. He ordered a squadron to intercept. The fighters raced after the ship and disabled it with precision. Nero's eyes burned with determination. We cannot let them rebuild. We must protect our future. Back on the Varnas, Commander Raul's face was grim. The human attack had been devastating, but he respected their strength and courage. The aliens had to find a new way forward. As the battle ended, both sides counted their losses. Many ships were destroyed. Many lives were lost. The cost was high. Toma and Raul met again in a small room on the neutral zone station. The air was heavy with tension. We cannot keep fighting like this, Toma said. Our people suffer too much. Raul nodded. Your attack was unexpected, but it showed your power. We must find peace, but on equal terms. The humans and aliens agreed to pause. They needed time to heal and to think. Captain Nero spoke to his fleet over the comms. Today we showed our strength, but strength without peace brings only more war. We will wait for their answer. We will protect our home and our future. The alien coalition repaired their ships and studied the humans more closely. They realized that humans were more than warriors. Humans were survivors, leaders, and protectors. Commander Raul made a promise to himself. We will understand these humans. Only then can we find peace. The unexpected barrage changed the galaxy forever. The humans had shown that they would fight fiercely for their right to live free. The aliens learned that strength came in many forms. As the stars shone above, both sides prepared for the next steps. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear. The humans were not to be ignored. The dark emptiness of space held them. Aftermath of the fierce battle, the human fleet had pushed the alien coalition back with surprising power. The silence that followed was not peaceful, but full of tension. Both sides knew the fight was not over. Something deeper was at play. On the human flagship Hope, Captain Nero stood by the large window, looking out at the stars. The damage to their ships was serious, but the fleet's spirit was strong. The humans had fought with all their heart and skill. They had shown the galaxy that they would protect their home with fierce courage. Nero turned to his officers. We have won this fight, but the war is not finished. We must stay ready. Our people count on us. Jara, his second, nodded. The aliens will not forget this day. They will respect us now, or they will fear us. In the alien coalition flagship Varnas, Commander Raul faced his officers. The loss was heavy. Many ships were gone. Many lives lost. The coalition's pride was bruised, but their resolve was not broken. Raul's voice was firm. The humans are not just fighters. They have a fire we have never seen. They fight to protect, not to conquer. We must respect that strength. Mira, the young officer, stepped forward. Commander, maybe this is the moment to change, to learn from humans, not only to fight them. Raul looked at her and then nodded slowly. Yes, we must understand them. They are the future of this galaxy. The alien coalition began to study the humans more closely. Scientists and leaders worked to understand human technology, culture, and strategy. The humans were more than enemies. They were a new force that could change everything. Meanwhile, Captain Nero visited his crews. He spoke to the fighters and engineers who had risked their lives in the battle. "You are the heart of humanity," he told them. "Your courage and skill protect our home. Never forget that we fight for peace. But we will never be weak." The human crews felt pride and hope. They had stood together against a powerful enemy and had won. They believed in their cause and in each other. Back on the alien flagship, Commander Raul called a secret meeting. Some officers wanted revenge, others wanted peace. The decision was not easy. Raul spoke clearly. "We can continue war, but it will destroy both sides, or we can choose a different path. We can build peace based on strength and respect." The officers looked at each other. It was a choice that would change the future. The two sides agreed to meet again, but this time the talks were different. They were honest and open. The humans shared their history of survival, how they had fought against great dangers to protect their homes and families. The aliens shared their own stories of order and unity, but they listened carefully to the humans. Toma, the human envoy, spoke with passion. "We do not want endless war. We want a future where all can live freely and safely. But we will never surrender our right to protect what we love." Commander Raul nodded. "And we want order and peace in the galaxy. Perhaps we can find a way to balance both." As the talks went on, both sides grew to respect each other's strength and will. The humans were not just fighters, but leaders and protectors. The aliens were not just conquerors, but guardians of order. Outside the talks, the fleets began to change. Some alien factions reached out to the humans with offers of friendship and cooperation. The galaxy's balance started to shift. Captain Nero and Commander Raul met privately on the neutral zone station. They spoke honestly about their hopes and fears. "We come from different worlds," Nero said, "but we share the same goal: to protect our people and build a better future." Raul agreed. "The galaxy is changing. We must change with it. Together, we can be stronger." The human and alien fleets remained near the neutral zone, no longer enemies but cautious partners. The road to peace was long and difficult, but it had begun. In the quiet of space, the stars seemed brighter. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what would come next. The humans had shown their resolve. The aliens had begun to respect it. The future was uncertain, but hope was alive. The space around the neutral zone buzzed with activity. Both the human and alien fleets worked hard to repair their damaged ships. The long days of fighting had left scars on many vessels, but the crews did not lose hope. They knew that this moment could decide the future of the galaxy. Commander Raul stood in the control room of the Varnas. His face showed signs of fatigue, but his eyes held determination. He had spent many hours studying human technology and tactics. The more he learned, the more he realized how strong and clever humans were. "We cannot fight them with old ways," Raul said to his officers. "We must find new ways. We must understand the humans if we want peace." Mira, his young officer, smiled. "The humans teach us more than we expected. Their courage is inspiring." On the human flagship Hope, Captain Nero met with his crew. The humans were not only repairing their ships, but also working to share knowledge. Scientists and engineers talked with alien experts. They exchanged ideas and technology, hoping to build trust. "We fight for peace," Nero told his crew. "But peace comes with understanding. We must learn from others and share what we know." One day, a message arrived from a distant alien world. It was an invitation. Some members of the coalition wanted to meet the humans on their home planet. They wished to see how humans lived and why they fought so fiercely. Captain Nero and Commander Raul agreed to send envoys. Toma, the human diplomat, prepared to travel to the alien world. Mira joined him as a representative of the coalition. Their mission was to build bridges between their peoples. The journey to the alien world was long but peaceful. When they arrived, they were greeted with respect and curiosity. The alien leaders showed them their cities and technology. The humans shared stories of their history and culture. Toma spoke at a great gathering. Humans have survived many challenges. We know the value of freedom and the cost of war. We want a future where all beings can live without fear. Mira listened carefully. She saw the strength in the humans' words and actions. She understood. That peace required more than treaties. It needed trust and friendship. Back near the neutral zone, the fleets watched the talks closely. The hope for peace grew stronger, but some voices warned of danger. Not all members of the coalition wanted peace. Some still dreamed of war and power. Commander Ralph faced these challenges with calm courage. "We must stand together," he said. "The future depends on our choices today." Suddenly, a new threat appeared. A group of rogue ships attacked a nearby human colony. The colony was small but important. The humans quickly sent ships to defend it. The aliens, hearing of the attack, joined the defense. For the first time, human and alien fleets fought side by side to protect a shared home. The battle was fierce. The rogue ships were fast and aggressive. But the combined forces of humans and aliens were stronger. They drove the attackers away. Captain Nero and Commander Rao watched the battle together. They saw their fleets working as one. It was a sign that peace could be more than words. After the battle, the humans and aliens strengthened their alliance. They shared technology and knowledge to protect their worlds better. They began to train together and plan for the future. Toma and Mira returned to the neutral zone with news of hope. They told their leaders that peace was possible if both sides stayed strong and true. Commander Rao smiled. "This is the turning point. The galaxy will remember this moment." Captain Nero agreed. "We have the chance to build a future where all can live freely and safely. We must not waste it." As the stars shone above, the human and alien fleets moved forward. They were no longer enemies but partners. The galaxy was changing, and humanity was at the heart of that change. The stars shone softly over the neutral zone where the human and alien fleets had gathered. Months had passed since the last battle. The wounds of war were healing, but the memory of the fierce fights remained fresh in everyone's minds. The galaxy was changing. The humans and aliens were no longer enemies but partners on a new path. Commander Rao stood on the bridge of the Varnas, watching the human ships moving gracefully nearby. The fleet looked powerful and peaceful at the same time. Rao felt a mix of respect and hope. The humans had shown strength and courage that few could match. More importantly, they had shown a desire for peace that went beyond words. "Our people have learned much," Rao said to Mira, who stood beside him. "The humans fight hard, but they also seek friendship. This is a new kind of strength." Mira smiled. "Yes, Commander. I think this is the beginning of something great. Together, we can protect the galaxy." On the human flagship Hope, Captain Nero met with his officers. The humans had worked hard to repair their ships and build trust with the aliens. Scientists and engineers exchanged ideas with their alien counterparts. Plans were made to share technology and knowledge that could help all. "We have the chance to build a better future," Nero said. "One where we stand together against any threat. One where peace is strong because it is backed by power and trust." The alliance was not easy to form. Some alien factions still resisted, and some humans feared losing their freedom. But the leaders of both sides worked tirelessly to build understanding and respect. To show their commitment, the humans and aliens agreed to a joint mission. They would explore a distant part of the galaxy known for dangers and mystery. This mission would test their new alliance and help build trust through shared challenges. Toma and Mira were chosen to lead the team of explorers. Their friendship had grown strong through their talks and travels. Together, they represented hope for a peaceful future. The mission began with excitement and caution. The ships moved through strange star systems, facing unknown dangers. They encountered strange creatures and mysterious signals. The humans and aliens worked side by side, learning from each other's skills and knowledge. One day, the team discovered an ancient space station hidden among the stars. It was old and damaged but still held secrets that could help both humans and aliens. Toma and Mira led the exploration inside the station. They found data archives filled with information about long-lost civilizations. The knowledge could bring new technology and understanding to both sides. As they studied the station, the explorers realized that the galaxy had many challenges ahead. There were threats beyond any one race. To survive, they needed to work together. Back at the neutral zone, Captain Nero and Commander Raoul prepared to announce the new alliance to the galaxy. They knew some would oppose the idea, but they believed it was the only way forward. The announcement was broadcast across many worlds. Nero spoke clearly and firmly. Today, humans and aliens stand together as allies. We share a goal of peace and strength. Together, we will protect our homes and build a future for all, Raoul added. This alliance is built on respect and understanding. We will face dangers together and support each other. The galaxy must change, and we will lead that change. The response was mixed. Some cheered the news of peace and cooperation. Others warned of hidden dangers and old grudges. But the alliance had already begun to change the balance of power. As days passed, more alien factions joined the alliance. Humans and aliens trained together, shared resources, and built new technologies. Their fleets moved as one, ready to defend against any threat. Captain Nero and Commander Raoul met often to plan the future. They knew peace was fragile and needed care, but they also knew that the strength of their alliance gave hope to many. The galaxy watched closely. The story of humans and aliens coming together inspired others. New friendships formed between different worlds. Old enemies began to speak of peace. For the first time in many years, hope returned to the stars. The galaxy had changed. The once tense silence near the neutral zone was now filled with activity and cooperation. The human and alien fleets moved together with a shared purpose. The alliance had grown stronger, and peace seemed possible. But everyone knew that peace required strength. Captain Nero stood on the bridge of the hope, watching the stars ahead. The journey had been long and difficult. Many battles had been fought, many lives lost, but now the future looked brighter. Humans and aliens had learned to trust and respect each other. Nero turned to his officers. Our strength protects our homes. Our courage builds peace. We must always remember that. Commander Raoul joined him, standing beside the captain. The galaxy watches us. Our alliance is a new hope. We carry the responsibility to keep this. Peace, the story of the human Barrage, the fierce attack that shocked the galaxy, had become legend. It was told as a tale of courage and determination. Children of many species listened with wide eyes, learning that strength was not just about power, but also about heart. On many worlds, schools taught the history of humans. They learned how humans fought to protect their home, how they chose peace only when strong enough to defend it. The human fleet was not seen as conquerors, but as protectors. In the halls of the new alliance, leaders met to discuss the future. They planned to explore deeper into the galaxy, to build more friendships, and to prevent new conflicts. The past was a lesson, and the future was full of hope. Captain Nero and Commander Raoul often spoke about the responsibility they carried. They knew that peace was fragile and must be protected with wisdom and strength. One day, during a meeting on the neutral zone station, an alien elder spoke to the gathered leaders. Humans have shown us a new way, the elder said. Their strength is not only in their weapons, but in their will to protect life and freedom. This is the legacy they leave us. Toma and Mira, who had become symbols of the new friendship, smiled as they listened. Their journey from enemies to allies was a beacon of hope for all. The galaxy was not perfect. Challenges remained, but the alliance had created a foundation that could hold. As the human and alien fleets sailed among the stars, they carried a message: strength and honor could bring lasting peace. The future belonged to those who fought not just for power but for hope and freedom. The legacy of the human fleet's Barrage was clear. It was a story of courage, determination, and the choice to protect what was dear. It was a reminder that peace must be earned and defended. The stars shone bright above. As the human and alien ships moved forward together, the galaxy was watching, and humanity was ready.